Hi, welcome back to Conscious Radically. My name is Iris, and today we're going to do some prep work for Sun Salutations. We're going to look especially at down dog and stepping forward. Start in a cross-legged position, and then and there take a deep breath in through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth. In through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth. One last time, in through the nose, and exhale out through the mouth. Now close your eyes or soften the gaze and just notice the breath without changing anything. Don't deepen it yet. Just take note of what is there. Make sure your spine is upright. Relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. And just take these first couple of seconds to arrive at the mat and just be. Then start to deepen the breath again. Notice the belly rising when you inhale and the belly sinking when you exhale. Inhale, notice the belly rise, and exhale, notice how your navel moves closer to the spine. Inhale, belly rises, and exhale, belly contracts a little bit. Inhale, belly rises, and exhale, contracts. Inhale, belly rises, chest rises maybe a little bit, and exhale, breathe out through the nose. Next up, we're gonna move the body with the breath. So for this one, I'm gonna change position so you can see better. With the exhale, you're gonna round your back and put your arms in front of you, fingers interlaced. And with the inhale, palms up and rise up to the sky, chest forward. Lower belly should be straight though. Exhale, round back. And inhale, rise up. Exhale, round back. And inhale, chest forward. Untangle your fingers now. And from here, your left hand will come to the floor and the right hand will reach across. Lean your chest forward, your shoulders back a little, and come back to the middle. Exhale, round back. Inhale, hands up. Release the fingers, opposite side, reach across, look to the sky, if your neck feels comfortable doing that. And then release back to seated position. From here, we're going to warm up our wrists. Just put your hands out in front of you and draw little circles with the wrist. First into one direction and then change direction. Next up, we want to open and close the palms very fast and very firmly. Just make fists and stretch, fist stretch, fist stretch. And then keep the fists open, the hands open, and twist your wrists. And when you can't twist anymore, you pull your fists toward yourself. And then you twist into the other direction until you can't move any further, and then you open the hands up. Twist the hands down, pull fists towards you, twist out, and open the hands. Great, now shake it out. And we're gonna get into a tabletop position. Make sure that your wrists align underneath your shoulders and your knees underneath your hip points. Activate your palms and spread the fingers out like starfish. The middle fingers are parallel to each other. press up with your shoulders so you do not sink into them. And from here we're going to do some cat-cows. So with the inhale, shine your chest forward. Exhale, press into the mat and round your back, chin towards the chest. Inhale into a controlled hollow back position. And exhale, press down into a cat stretch. Inhale into hollow back, but keep the core nice and strong. Exhale, cat position one last time, and then release back to a neutral spine. From here, you're gonna put your left foot back and on the mat, and then you just shift your weight front to back to warm up your feet, your ankle, and the back side of your legs. Focus on a nice deep even breath, and then come back to center stillness. Raise the right leg parallel to the floor. If you want to challenge your balance, raise the left arm too. And when you exhale, pull your knee and maybe the hand towards your middle and round the back. Inhale, extend. And exhale, pull everything to the middle. Inhale, extend. And exhale to the middle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, contract, strong core. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull everything to the middle. And release. Sit back. Shake your hands, especially the right one, if you had just one hand raised. And then come back to a tabletop position. Left side, extend your leg and warm up the feet and the ankles. Then come back to center stillness. Raise the left leg and maybe the right arm too, if it feels accessible and good for your body. Exhale, contract everything to the chest. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to chest, round back. Inhale, extend. Exhale, round back, everything to the middle. Inhale, extend. Exhale, pull everything together. Strong core, inhale, extend again. Exhale, pull everything up to the middle and release. And sit back into child's pose. You can widen the knees a little if you like. Relax the shoulders, relax your head. Take a little break. Breathe deep. Take note of how your body feels in this very moment. And then roll up with your next inhale into tabletop position. Curled toes. And then push into your shoulders. Make sure you spread your weight evenly on your hands and you have your fingers activated. And then activate the shoulders and lift your knees just for a couple of centimeters. The core is strong, the back is a little bit round, and you just keep it lifted, and release back down. Sit back into child's pose. Feel into your arms, your hands, your wrists, and then roll up. Wiggle your knees back a little, and as slowly and as controlled you can, get onto your belly. With the inhale, lift your upper body, and with the exhale, push into the hands and sit back into a tabletop position. With the tabletop position, you want to curl your toes under and lift the knees with the exhale into a flying tabletop. Work your core, your arms here, your shoulders. Don't forget to breathe. And sit back into child's pose. Try to deepen your breath here. And release the tension. Then roll up, back into a tabletop, shift your knees back, and come onto your belly as slowly and as controlled as you can. With the inhale, you raise your upper body without using the hands. You're just using the lower back in baby cobra. And then you push into the hands and sit back into child's pose again. Come back into tabletop position. Curl the toes under and lift the knees up. Your shoulders, your core are engaged. Don't forget to breathe and sit down. Walk the knees a little bit backwards. Bend the elbows, keep the elbows tight, and come onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, hands free. And exhale, push into your hands so you can sit back into child's pose. Relax, bend the elbows, and then roll up into tabletop position. Lift your right leg and step forward in between your hands. Come up on your fingertips and shift the left hip a little bit forwards and the right hip a little bit backwards so that you can stabilize. Make sure that your core is engaged, and you can keep either the hands on your hips or you can raise your arms high to the sky. Make sure that your shoulders are relaxed. Come up, inhale here, and exhale, hands on your hips. Sit your buttocks back a little so that it's straight above your knee and extend the leg. Try to find some balance here. If you cannot, you can put your hands on the floor. This is a little bit more, requires more flexibility, but less stability. Pull your toes towards you. Make sure that your knee is still a little bit bent. You do not want to overstretch your knee here. Even with the knee bend, you will feel a stretch. And then shift your weight forward till your knee is above your foot. And step to the side and back into a half plank position. Lower yourself, elbows close. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, push into the floor and sit back into a tabletop position. Left side, leg raises up and forwards in between your hands. Lift up. Put your hands on your hips. Pull the left hip back and the right hip a little bit forward. You can either keep the hands on the hips or raise the arms up high to the sky. Just make sure that the shoulders stay low and don't rise with the arms. And with your next exhale, bring the hands to your hips. Shift your bottom back. Extend the leg, make sure the knee is bent again. And either you can find stability in this position, or you can put your hands onto the floor and hold onto it. Again, this needs a little bit more flexibility. Just make sure you keep your leg bent as much as you need. The most important thing here is that you pull your toes towards yourself, because this is what creates stretch. And then shift your weight forward and step back with the leg into a half plank and lower yourself onto the floor. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, push into the hands and come into tabletop position. Lift the knees for a flying tabletop. Sit back. Come into child's pose. And relax your shoulders, relax your breathing. Notice how the body feels, how your hips feel, your shoulders, your arms. And then we're going to come up. We're going to first come into puppy pose and then into down dog. So walk the hands a little bit more forward. Activate the core and then let the chest sink towards the floor. The shoulders, the arms, the hands still activated. The toes are curled under. And from here, we're gonna lift the knees up slowly, slowly, slowly. And with the legs bent, we're gonna walk the dog out. Keep the legs bent so you can keep the back straight. And the heels do not have to touch the floor. Even if that looks very cute in down dog, it's not the point of the pose. The point of the pose is to keep the back stretched. So still keep your feet walking in place. This helps to not overstretch the backside of your legs immediately. Keep walking in place. Breathe deep still. This is yoga after all. And then try to come into stillness, even if the legs are still bent and the heels lifted. This helps. Now try to rotate the upper arms so you have more room in the shoulders. The inside of your elbows should look forward a little bit. Despite being kind of a basic yoga pose, it's a very difficult one. So if you ever need a break, just put your knees onto the floor and come into child's pose. You can always come back into down dog whenever you're ready. In down dog, we're now gonna lift the right heel extra high, come to the ball of a foot and pull the ball of a foot back and upwards without opening the hip. Hold here, strong core, and then lift the left heel so you can create more space and put the knee towards your chest and step forward into a low lunge. Hold, put the knee on the floor and lift the body high. You can once again raise the hands if you like. You could also keep them on your hips. Whatever works for you today. And then bring the hands left and right off your foot. Put the knee, lift the knee and step back into plank. Lower your knees if you like. And lower your body onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra. And exhale, push into the floor. Come back up to tabletop. And curl the toes. Exhale, lift the knees up a little bit. Exhale, sit them back. Walk your legs back, your hands forward into puppy pose. Strong core, strong arms. Push into your mat with your hands. And then slowly but surely straighten the legs. Not very straight, but straighter, so you come into a down dog position. Again, your heels do not have to touch the floor. Again, walk the dog. Walk on place. Feel it out. Don't forget to breathe. Walk in place. Make sure that your back is straight and that your upper arms rotate outwards so that you have more room in the shoulders. Then come back to center stillness. Lift the left heel and with the ball of your left foot, pull back and up. Do not throw it, just really pull. Do not open the hips. Lift your left heel and step forward with the knee to the chest and step between your hands. Lower the knee and then rise up into a low lunge. You can either lift the hands or keep them on your hips for stability. Whatever works best for your practice today. You don't owe it to anyone that your pose looks a certain way. If it feels good, it's the right pose for you. Exhale, lower the body, hands left and right, step back either into plank or into plank on your knees, and then lower down onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, and exhale, push into your hands, sit back into child's pose. Well done, you. Relax here, slow your breath, enjoy the resting pose. Breathe deep into your belly. Walk your hands back and roll up into a seated position. Put your legs in front of you. Put your elbows onto the mat and come into lying flat on your back. Hug your knees to your chest, and you can massage the lower back with rolling from side to side or drawing circles with the knees. This is also very comfortable. Give yourself just a big hug. Enjoy this little massage for the lower back. Release the knees, put your feet onto the mat a little further apart than hip distance, and the arms are either extended or in like this cactus form. Both shoulders are still on the mat. And then windshield wipe the legs from one side to the other. The knees do not have to touch the floor. This should feel really yummy on your lower back. And if you like, when your knees are on the left side, look to the right and vice versa. If it feels good for your neck. If it doesn't, just look straight forward. And the next time your knees are on the right side, stay there. And just relax. Start to come into a more natural rhythm of the breath. Do not hold any tension. Just relax. Come back to center, switch side. And here too. Any tension can go now. This should try not to deepen the breath. Just notice its natural rhythm. Come back to center. And then extend the legs. Let the arms rest beside your body. Palms up. This is our last pose. This is Shavasana today. You do not have to do anything. You can just be. Let the breath flow naturally through you without changing anything, without deepening. There might be thoughts coming up, feelings. Just notice them. Do not interact with them. And then try to lovingly bring your attention back to the breath. Start to bring movement back into your body. Wiggle your toes, your fingers, your wrists, your ankles. If you like, you can take a little stretch. Whatever feels good to you now. Roll onto a side. Take a couple of seconds here. And then push up into a seated position. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. And give thanks to yourself for taking the time and energy to practice today. I also say from the bottom of my heart, thank you for your trust for this shared practice. Namaste.